guys are ready, look back and roll.
All right, everybody, welcome to Seminole Pro Tour. We're going to do a match here with Earl Strickland and Larry Nevel. I'm Alvin with Inside Pool, joined with J.R. Calvert. How are you, J.R.?
I'm doing fine, Alvin. I'm doing fine.
Good.
Great matchup we have coming at us today.
I've been waiting for this one here.
As a matter of fact, I think even during the break, we had a little bit of time, and we said this looks like this could actually even be the finals.
Yeah, this is definitely the match that I've been waiting to see. So I'll be glued to my seat here. You won't be too much
well, there's
stuff going on.
Quite a bit of buzz around right now about how good Earl is playing.
I can turn you down here.
All right, yeah, I just... You're watching the Seminole Pro Tour. We're here at Capone's Billiards in Spring Hill, Florida. This is a match between Earl Strickland and Larry Nevel, and Larry is getting ready to bust him up and get us started here. A monster break this guy has. Monster break. And, you know, I do believe he's actually come up dry after moving the balls around for 2 or 3 minutes there after he broke. But anyway, this is a modified round-robin tournament, the brainchild of Corey Doole and the UPL League, the Universal Pool League. And what we have is the guys play 4 sets of 10 games with each other in the first 4 rounds. And at that point, they take the top 20 and play 4 more rounds of 10 games. So you're not actually watching a match. You're watching 10 games of pool here. These guys get scores on winning the rack and running out. So they get extra points for break and runouts. Great little shot by Earl there. I think that's pretty much put him in position to pick up the first game. And Earl is on fire, folks. 50 years old, running every day. Really doing well as far as keeping himself in shape. And it's showing in this Ironman pool type of setup. Now, he's going to really get on himself now after that shot because he did not want to get straight in. Look at him. He's depressed. He knows that he's going to have to end up going rail first and swinging this ball out to get the 6 ball. And I really see this being a firmer shot for him, and he's going to have to be extremely accurate to get out there. I mean, he won't baby it, but he's not going to hit it so hard that it comes out. These pockets are just a hair above 4 inches. 2 balls do not fit in these pockets, and this table has been torturing everybody. And he did try and force it, and that mistake will cost Earl the first game. And I don't think that Earl has too much to worry about. I think he scores a couple of few games here, and he's going to be guaranteed to make the Final Four. And I think Larry is going to need to really beat Earl in the 7-3, 8-2 range to take over Earl, because when we first looked, he had a several game lead on Earl. Just to give you an idea where we're at there, Earl has 45 wins and 25 losses, and Larry has 46 wins and 24 losses. But the problem is that Earl has more break and runouts, and that gave him more points since you get a bonus for running out, I guess is the best way to put it. And I believe Larry's going to take the first game. The take a word from our sponsor.
40 years of cue craftsmanship. A state-of-the-art production facility. Revolutionary design. When you step to the table, unleash the fury. Precision craftsmanship. A player's cue ready for action. A cue with a sweet hit. A consistent hit. See the entire line of Fury cues and unleash your fury.
Getting a look, Jerry Mahan. Jerry Mahan is tour director for the Seminole Pro Tour. The players are all keeping live stats via a computer. There's a laptop placed at every table, and the players are not only capable of displaying their score for the spectators, but those scores are taken and given live to the internet, where you can go to the Seminole Pro Tour site and view the stats. There's links at the bottom of the live streaming page, and they'll be able to show you the leaderboard, give you some live stats for the 10 matches that are going on around the room right now, and you can follow your favorite player. And Larry's getting ready to bust these balls up and watch this monster break that he lays down on this. Wow.
Now, when we go to single elimination, there's not going to be scoring live stats.
And tour director Jerry Mann stopped by the booth here and let us know that when we go to the single elimination, which will be directly following this round, it'll be no longer live scoring. So we'll have to keep you informed through the stream and the chat. There will only be 2 matches at that point at any time until the finals after this. And Larry went ahead and let Earl come back at this shot. And I can see Earl even trying to make this ball. Pretty good shot there. Didn't lose his head. Actually forcing Earl Strickland, or Larry Nevel, to come with a great shot here to beat him. That's a smart shot, and that's why Earl's in the lead right now. Well, if I'm Earl, I'm not sure that I like that shot that Larry just laid down. It had a little bit of luck to it, but at the same time, great shot. What a shot, Earl. Got the 5-ball in the game and returned the favor on the kick save. I think Larry's going to take a shot at putting this 1 ball down below the 5 and taking the cue over by the 10-8 area. Oh, he's going to play a nice safe here. He got that. The key to that shot was keeping the 1 underneath the 8. That took away about 30% of the area that was left on the table for Earl. Now Earl wants to kick this ball 3 rails. He doesn't want to hit this ball necessarily on the wide end. He wants to go 3 rails and in behind it. There we go. As advertised. I think we're seeing why these guys are in the position that they're in. They play such great safeties. And anytime you have a finite number of games, in other words, it's not a race to anything. This is finite games. You cannot afford to lose one game. Anytime you get a format like that, defense rules. You still have to have offense, don't get me wrong, but you can't squander opportunities at the table. Look at this shot. Ah. Now, I'm not sure that the 1 goes by the 8 ball here.
All right, let's have a look.
Well,
Somehow.
we've got a really good look at the back of Larry's head there.
There it is.
Looks like a cue ball.
Projector screen.
Well, Larry's been sporting that look for a few years. He carries it well.
Larry was the first person in this room practicing when we came in days and days ago. And,
Well, the Dominguezes were here.
They were there
came
too.
in a couple of days early. And I spoke to Oscar about it. He said that he had some deals on some flights that he came in a little bit earlier, saved some money. So maybe it helped them make some money as well. Rather spectacular safety from Larry. One of those safeties that you rarely see is where you're really trying to wail on the ball. And I think we might have seen our first mistake there.
Yep.
I think they managed to play safe back and forth 5 shots each.
Wow. Looks like Larry may be getting to win the safety battle here. Appears to be. He's just got to move this a few inches. Wow.
Now he can play this too off the 4. The only problem that's going to happen there is the 4 is going to start to be literally going towards the 3 ball. So he's going to have to get the cue ball down table. So he might as well miss the 4 is how I can see it happening. There we go.
Wow, he rattled it. He he hasn't played on the TV table yet. So he's still learning about this table. That's a funny pocket too. I've been watching that pocket screw everybody up all weekend there.
Well, it's a 4-inch pocket. I think that it's allowed to be temperamental on top of being 4 inches. I agree with you, but I think that, we have some accomplices here. I don't think that we're watching the balls get struck cleanly into that pocket.
He definitely hit that a little bit funny.
Yeah. Earl has a little bit to do with this. He's going to have to kill this ball just a hair and hit it with a little inside.
Hello? Is Mr. Strickland there?
I'm John Hendrick, pool player and owner of the Green Room in Pineville, North Carolina. My serious players demand quality, and that's why I've switched to Milliken Super Pro. This cloth plays at the perfect speed. It lasts a long time, and the spill guard protection saves my tables from stains. It saves me money, and my customers love it.
Milliken Super Pro, exclusively from Sterling Gaming.
Milliken.
Do you want to talk some, Jerry?
Yeah, I just seems to be having a little bit of problem with the rack.
All right, it's crazy break time. We're going to watch him do his crazy break. He's going to get that thing out he's been putting on the cue. He's got this tube. See that white tube?
It's sort of
Tube. Paper tube or something. I don't know what he's doing with it.
I think it's if you look, it's his bridge. It's sliding through.
He loves doing it. He loves that thing. He can't make a ball on it, though. That's the problem. He's hitting them too hard.
You know, you gotta love Earl. He's a gadget man.
Yeah.
I mean, if there's a gadget, Earl will try it.
Yeah.
I've seen him with weights, glasses,
Everything.
fingertip extensions.
Yep.
He's not afraid to
Does it all.
augment his arsenal there. Not really any problems with this rack. The only one that I would say that might even present a problem is from the 4 to the 5. But the 5's so close to the hole that Larry, if he even does get in trouble, he has ways to get out of it. But when you have a stroke like Larry's, I mean, Larry can draw the ball 3 or 4 lengths of the table. He's an insane guy.
He's
with,
got a great
with his
draw.
stroke.
It's effortless for him.
Probably run 3 rails here. 1, 2.
Boy, he plays good. Maybe too straight. Let's see. He's got a little bit of an angle he can come off of this thing. How nice he rolls that ball.
Score right now is tied at 1-1. This is game 3.
This should be a fast match.
Well, both of these guys
Look at these
really, there's no moss is going to grow underneath their feet.
No.
I'll tell you that.
There's going to be no walking around the table, looking, studying everything. It's
Yeah.
every shot. Look at him run out, man. It's over. Larry's awesome. He's one of my favorite players right now, as is Earl, of course, my favorite player.
Well, you know, it kind of shows you one of the big things that goes on in this game is you got to have defense, but you better have some stellar offense.
Yep.
And these guys have both.
Nice looking out there by Larry, the truth.
Well, he takes a 2-1 lead. Get this and that thing there.
Come out and play in the largest regional tour in the country. The Seminole Pro Tour, open to both men and women. Visit our website at seminoleprotour.com.
Seminole Tribe of Florida, thank you very much.
I think the ball flew in a fly all the way back to the head screen.
Sure did.
And I think it only maybe rolled a diamond after that.
Well, what's Earl going to do here?
Well, Earl is probably going to place this one ball on the bottom rail, let the cue ball swing underneath the 6, and get the 5, 8, 9 in the game. I mean, he could take the cue back this way, but I really don't see that being an option.
Oh, he missed that shot. I don't know about all that.
No, he really went for it.
He was trying to back cut that. He wants to be super aggressive, doesn't he? He's trying
he went for the bank. And,
he did.
You know, with that line of balls and all the protection there, it didn't have to even turn up where Larry could see the ball.
That mistake right there could, you know, that could come back to haunt him, that one move right there.
Yeah.
Especially in this format. But he is, from what I remember, he's pretty far ahead.
Maybe if these guys make it to the Final Four, which is very possible, we'll have to see about getting a clock on Larry Nevel's break and see if he's breaking in that upper 27, 28 miles per hour range.
Looks like it's doing what he wants it to do. Let's see. See what his reaction is.
Great shot. Look at Larry's reaction. Larry says, come on. Come on. Come on, man. Now, I like hitting this ball 2 rails and kicking at this and letting the cue float up into the 10 area. He's massing. Let's see what he can get that 7. Okay,
nice
they get the 7.
Shot,
what a
Larry.
great shot.
Nice shot.
And he put the 1 over there for position.
Oh, I don't know if he's going to be able to. Yeah, he should be able to roll that in there.
I actually think that he's going to cut this ball and try and cut it really thin and run 2 rails to zigzag his way out for
That's
the 2.
the way. That's the way. Nothing to this guy. Wow, look at this. Jeez. One of the luckiest rolls I've seen all weekend there.
Yeah, I think there was a scratch there that he just beat. And
Sure
moreover, I think he
money.
has the ability to whip this ball around the table with his great stroke and get a shot on this 3.
See, he's good at knowing where this ball's going to land. Look, watch.
Just a little bit of a stroke there, huh?
His things are going his way. I can tell by the couple shots he's just made that the rolls are in his favor.
Well, he just did a J hook with that withdrawal the cue ball there. That was phenomenal. And he's got, from that position, he's only a diamond away from the 3. His one problem is he's straight. Let's see if his big draw stroke comes out here. Oh, he tried to do a little spinach on there and didn't end up as good as he'd like, I'm sure.
Spinooch. Look at that sucker. Look at that ball go. Wow. It's still going. It's speeding up
It's
now.
a good thing he's not on the shot clock.
Jeez. Thing's speeding up. Wow.
I think there's a trick shot where you have to get it to do
Jeez.
that.
Yeah, it's rolling his way, that's for sure. Oh.
all that, and Earl's going to get to the table with ball in hand, and the only transition shot, he gets to put the cue ball wherever he wants.
Man, that's unfortunate for you there, Larry.
He did.
I like that.
Earl likes that 70-inch cue.
Well, if he ever wants to take up track and field, he does have a pole vaulting pole. So, but he might be a little late in his life to take up a new sport.
Fencing. Or no, what's the...
Frozen.
Earl's playing great. Earl is playing great. Two to two. Larry says he builds cues.
I'm sure he does.
That's what he does back home. I'm not sure where he lives.
And I think if these two players split, I think they're guaranteed to be in the top four. There's quite an area there where they could be going down. Take a look and see where some of the current leaderboard action is. Well, right now, Larry Nevel is holding on to third place, and Earl is commanding that first place spot, and I don't think that there's too much that can go wrong here for Earl. Earl wins just one or two more games, and he's going to be locked in for number one. But I don't think he has any worries about making it to the Final Four at this point. How much of that, too, does he have? Well, the way Earl's walking around, he doesn't have the full ball. Good shot. He wants to freeze that ball to the rail there.
Hope everybody's enjoying the Ustream out there. Enjoying the feed. We've been working hard to keep this thing up and running all weekend. Got a computer on every table, keeping track of the scores.
I think we're going to see a jump cue from Larry Nevel. Screwing it together here for him. Now, the way the Seminole Tour plays, they only allow jump cues twice per set. And he just made a great shot. And Earl particularly hates when players do that. When he plays a safe and they use a jump cue, let's see how Earl reacts to that. Nice stroke. Real smooth stroke. And some players have been asking whether this is call pocket or not. No, this is slop. The only thing is that 10 ball itself, when you end up getting into the break area, that's when you need to make sure that you break it into one of the pockets that is not the bottom two pockets.
Get some right next to you.
Check, check. We're good? How you guys doing out there? JR and Alan from Inside Pool has invited me into the booth. Appreciate it, guys. This is Sean Wilkie from Maryland. Looks like we're jumping into the 5th game here. Got Earl Strickland, Larry Nevel. Gonna have Nevel go up 3-2, it looks like.
Absolutely, man.
There it is.
So what are your thoughts on this format?
I got ups and downs. I mean, there's definitely some things that I think could be chosen, I guess, different views. I guess the only thing really good about it, I mean, you get a lot of matches played if you're into the final 20. So you get a lot of playing going on. You see players, get into good rhythms because of that, because they're constantly on the tables. But on the other side of it, it's kind of hard. Say you have like one bad match, you lose, like you only get 2 games because you're playing 10 games total. It's really hard to come back because if you have all the constant players, some guys are going to finish like top 10, which is a good finish, but they really have no chance to win the tournament because other players are so far ahead of them, points wise.
I see.
So I was listening to Earl the other day. Actually, he made a real good point. He said, which is obviously when he wasn't doing this good, it was yesterday. He had won 2 matches out of his 3, and he was pretty much saying that he would not have a chance to win the tournament unless he did real good his last match yesterday and then played well today. And I kind of understood where he was coming from, because usually we got double elimination tournaments, and you can have one good match, but then you can play really, really good from there on and have a chance to win the tournament completely out, get first
Absolutely.
place. So, but, I mean, I'm kind of glad they got it. We can figure some things out and, get people's opinions, see what they think, and maybe change it up for the future, so. Here we got Earl broke. Actually, Larry broke and didn't make a ball. I was in the middle of talking, but we got Earl at the table shooting at the 4. And it looks like we got a pretty good layout here, as long as the 8 ball goes past the 9. There goes Earl. Here we go. We got a new Patriot in the booth. This is my buddy Mike Andrews.
Hey, how's everybody doing?
You're from Syracuse, New York? Is that where it's at?
Well, right around Syracuse. Just outside of Syracuse, about an hour.
Okay.
We got pretty good on that.
We were just talking a little bit about the format. Alvin asked me how I liked it, and that's just pretty much just telling him there's a couple things that could be tweaked, mainly.
Absolutely.
But
I think everything should be completely blind. That would make things a lot better.
True.
But, it's an interesting format, and it's something new for pool, and I think that that's what the game needs is something new.
Yeah, and anything
to
that's
keep
new,
things interesting,
you're always going to have room for improvement.
Yeah,
little
absolutely.
tweaks, like I'm saying.
Right.
And that you can change here and there in order to make it better.
Correct, yeah. Somebody in the chat just asked if it was called call shot. And
no, it's not. They changed that too, which was kind of weird to me. Especially, at the pro level, I think you got to have everything call shot. Because
if you're going to play
nobody
10 ball,
wants to get somebody
absolutely, you
to
got to play
luck
call
out
shot, call safe. It's the only way to play 10 ball.
Uh-oh, as we're speaking, Earl definitely hit that ball.
He's okay here. He can play this
right
inside.
He got away with it. He was trying to hold for the 7 in the top corner, but did he land straight on the side?
I think he did. I think he landed straight on the side and just, keep the cue ball right in that area.
He's not liking it. Look at him.
No, he's not liking it because he didn't do what he wanted to do. but I think he should be okay.
He's punishing himself for it.
He is. He always does. You know he does.
It looks like he's going to follow down. Does the 8 go past the 9?
Oh, see?
He had
He
two
was
straight.
focused on that, yeah. But he might have got away with it. I don't know if...
I'm telling you, sometimes you're planning to get position, and then when you don't, it's so hard to get focused back in because you know you're not supposed to be there.
Right. He knew exactly what he wanted to do there, and he got exactly where he wanted with the cue ball, and he just didn't focus on making sure he hit that facing.
Yeah.
And a little one-pocket shot there, and left him good.
Earl should just maybe bank this up towards the side. Hopefully get the cue ball.
Behind the 9?
Behind the 9 and 8, yeah. Leave them in between the cue ball and 7
Right.
ball.
Oh, no. There you go. Okay. Perfect.
That's good there, unless Larry's got one jump left.
Oh, you know he's always got one jump, because you know what he says about his jump and in his stroke. It's true.
It's the truth, that's for
It's
sure.
the truth. That's what he says. Yep, it's the truth. He should be able to do this. I mean, he's got plenty of room between that 8 and that 9.
The only thing is, though, I believe in this story you're only allowed to use the jump cue twice.
Oh, is that what the rule is? Okay,
I believe it is, and he's pretty much weaning his decisions on it, because he already used it once.
Correct,
so if he uses it now, does he have a good chance of making it and getting out?
Correct.
Because this is his last jump of the
True,
set.
right.
I think I would go for it here. You know,
I think you almost have to with this one. I mean, yeah, he's got his break cue out. He's going to go for the jump. And I think you almost have to on this one.
Right?
Yeah.
Cinch the ball.
Yeah, and then just keep the cue ball just, right center, and you're fine on the 8.
Missed it.
Yeah, and he missed
Cue
it.
balls.
Uh-oh, he might be in trouble.
Looking like it's going to leave something.
Yeah, and he left Earl.
Oh,
Right.
I don't think it goes past the 10. Earl's a little hot right now. I know
think
that.
it goes past the 10 in the
side,
left-hand side, yeah. But I don't think it goes in the upper left. No, he definitely got him there.
Right.
But if he does cut this ball on the side, he can. He'll have a shot on the 8.
He should, yeah. He's got a... the angle actually might have him going towards the side pocket. He can't scratch, but he might hit
He can't
the titty
scratch, right, yeah.
Other side. So it makes the shot probably 50% tougher with that because now you're worried about the cue ball at the same time instead of just making the ball.
And he's already rattled himself. And when he gets rattled, he just doesn't play the same game that he
we
does
all
every
do,
time.
to a certain extent. Earl seems to fire out of it, though.
Of course he does.
Should draw it a little bit. See, I would shoot this in the side, use a little bit of low right, try to get the cue ball to hit above the side, and naturally, if you get it to go around 3 rails,
right,
it should
exactly.
come
Then
back
he'll be
to the
right
8.
back in
That's
the
really
center,
all you
right.
have here. I know it sounds extremely tough, but that's the shot the table is allowing you to shoot.
Yeah, you have to play with a little bit of bottom right, and you got to get just above that side pocket. And that's what he did. That's the exact shot.
Oh, where's he going to land? It's going to be perfect if he gets to the side.
Oh,
wow, what a
he
shot.
got it. Yep. Wow, that was a great shot. That was a great shot. But I don't think he played that shot. I think what he was playing was to get a little bit more right on that, to spin off this left-hand rail, and leave him the 8 in the corner. So then all he's got to do is draw back on it, and then he's perfect on the 9, 10. Game's over. But so is it in this scenario
Should
here
stun
too.
this a little bit. There you go. 9 in the opposite side.
No, 9 all the way up. Or actually, he could play
maybe
it.
Either way. If he shoots
Either
it in
way,
the side,
yeah.
he can just
If
roll
he shoots
it
it
in.
in the side, yeah, he'll just roll it in, and naturally to get right on that 10 ball.
He's getting a little frustrated. You got to wait for the other table behind him.
Yeah, that's the only thing about it. This is a great pool room. I love this pool room. Table's just a little close.
Got good room. I mean, the bodies don't touch the other tables, but
No, they don't.
If the angle for the cue ball on the opposite table is near that end, you really can't do anything about it.
Yeah, he's playing this inside. Yep. So he just comes naturally, right at the 10 ball. Game over.
And like the shot earlier in this game when he jawed it, he don't have to shoot the 9 ball hard in the side, so he's fine.
Yeah, he's gonna tie it up 3-3. Larry's a little upset with himself with that jump shot because he usually makes those kind of jump shots. He's a little upset, but he'll shake it off. Yeah, Earl, he is such a character. I love watching the guy play. because
course
he gets into the match with the crowd so much that
True.
It's just so much fun.
I don't even understand.
See what he's doing here? You can see he's turning around, looking at the crowd,
how does he maintain
talking.
his focus doing that stuff?
Yeah, I know. You know what? I saw Dennis.
so
Dennis
tough.
Hatch does that a lot too. He'll play in a match.
Maybe he strives off of it.
I think so. I think that he does. I think that that's exactly what he does. He knows that that people are watching, and that fuels him.
Right.
Look how long his bridge is, and he's breaking off that back rail.
Has he been doing that all day? I think
don't
he
know.
changed up a little bit.
He might have changed it up.
It didn't work for him.
No, it really didn't.
With that long
I don't
bridge on
think
the back rail, I would think as long as Earl's been playing, it's very hard to control the cue ball.
It's very
like
hard
that.
to control the cue ball, and it looked like he was putting just a little bit of bottom on that break as well, and bridge off the rail with that far. That you just have
You know
to have.
what? Knowing Earl, I've been watching Earl a long time in my career. He actually could be doing it just in order to make the tough runouts tough, because he don't want to give Larry an open table.
Right.
Because he knows how good he shoots, his stroke and all that.
Very
but
true.
if he makes it tough, it gives him more windows to make mistakes.
Right. Very
And
true.
I don't put it past Earl, because he
Right.
would do something like that.
It's almost like he's safe breaking sometimes. That was a good
Yeah, because he's thinking in the long run, a window's going to come out.
yeah. I thought it was going to be a good shot. I thought he was going to keep him right behind that 8 and 7.
Earl's thinking in the long run, if it comes down to a safety battle,
He's going
the
to win.
favorite.
Correct, yeah.
So
He kicks and he jumps and he plays just phenomenal saves. I don't know. Does that one ball go? I mean, he might play it rail first off the 5.
can't really see if he can see the whole ball.
I think he can see the whole ball, and he might play it rail first off the 5 and into the corner. Even from that angle,
Yeah, it should go
It
if he can
should
see the
go.
whole ball. Only thing is, he's going to have a long shot on the 2 if he plays that. Just do a stop shot right there
he could,
with
or
the cue.
he could go
Bank
around
it
3
cross
rails.
corner.
Oh, he could do that too. That was the shot. And that was the shot because, I don't know, did he get lucky on here?
I think he did, because he
might.
was banking it cross corner, but he's banking it short on purpose to
No.
try to get it back to the bottom rail.
Yeah, I mean,
Looks like Larry's going to get his jump cue again. I don't know if we have this rule in this tournament this time, because I know he's jumped twice already.
he has jumped twice.
Maybe they didn't have that rule. I didn't. Oh, actually, he uses full cue. So
Oh, he
that
uses
don't
full
count.
cue. Okay. So yeah, so
2
that
times
doesn't
for a
count.
jump cue.
Oh, I see. Yeah, and Larry jumps so good with a full cue, he doesn't even need a jump
That's
cue.
a big advantage.
And so does Earl.
True.
Earl is the best.
I don't know if he can jump with that long cue he's shooting with now.
Oh, that I don't know if I don't know if he's done that yet. I bet he has. I'll guarantee you he's tried it. It's Earl.
Good combo. We have to play another one.
Yeah. I thought that 4 was going to clear out, and I think he did too. He thought it was going to go up on that short rail, or the long rail.
Roll this, maybe a little bit of inside, send the cue ball to the side rail.
There you go. Now he's out. He's got it. I think that was a great shot.
He's got to follow around.
Yeah, he's
High
gonna
left
follow-
here.
Yeah, high left.
Trying to get the cue ball around where it's at now, middle table for the 2.
You don't want to
Here it
overhit it
comes,
either
right
because the
back to
6
where
ball.
he's at. Don't
See?
overdo it.
Uh-oh. No, he's okay. But does he
Oh,
have the
he's in
angle he
trouble
needs to get onto 3? Yeah, that is a tough
I
shot.
see a shot. I don't know if he sees it. You can draw it around 3 rails. Get
Just below the side pocket.
below the side, up around the 10.
Yeah.
Come back down around 3 for the 3.
And that's the
Here
shot.
it comes.
And he got it.
Perfect.
He got it. That was a shot,
That's
ladies
it.
and gentlemen. That was a shot.
But
that is why he's
did
the
he
man,
land
and the
straight?
crowd is clapping. No, he's got a little bit of angle. I think he can play this.
If he's straight, he's going to go rail first. Follow with high left and come. Cue ball's going to come up side rail and play 6 in the same hole.
No, he's just gonna. He did play it. Yeah.
There it
you're
is. 6 in the same hole.
Perfect. See, I'm scared to play that shot because you nick that 6 ball, you're in trouble.
Maybe. If you nick, yeah, well,
If
you
you-
could get real bad.
you could
but
get real bad
You also
on it.
could hit it and get lucky and get a
You
shot.
could, and then you could in the bottom left hand.
Main
You could
thing
get
is,
lucky having a
you
shot
got to
there.
shoot the shot easy so you make
Right.
the 3. You don't want to
Exactly.
jaw the 3.
True. And it's easy to do, especially if you're playing a rail first. It's easy for that ball to come off that short rail and hit that
He's going
point.
to have to pound this a little bit because
Yeah, he's
it's kind
really
of
going
straight.
to pound it. Yeah, good shot. And I would favor him, with anybody in the world to make that shot. and get perfect on that.
You could tag me
6 ball.
in for a little bit.
I know I could. And see, this is what we were talking about earlier, running into balls on purpose. And he ran into that 9 ball on purpose. He knew it was going to stop the cue ball.
It makes the,
and with
makes
a perfect
the run
angle,
a little bit easier.
Exactly. And we were just talking about that earlier, and how good some of these guys do that, running into that ball.
Well, that there comes from experience, playing years and years and learning angles and, speed of the cue ball and such.
See, coming off that short rail, I thought he overhit that ball, and I think he did too. He jumped up and looked like he looked at it a little funny.
He's going to stroke this one right in.
Yeah, he is. In true Earl fashion, that was a good out. Yeah, he really is playing really, really phenomenal pool. I've been watching him all day since I got here. I just got in Florida today.
There he is. He just gave a little chant to the audience.
Yeah, he did. And the audience love it.
Whoever's feeling better in this match, because you both. Of course.
Yeah, and Alvin just said it.
Alvin just said it. Whoever's playing,
whoever's feeling it is gonna play well in this match.
The other thing against Earl sometimes is when he kind of goes off the wall too much. Lets his temper get into it instead of just chatting.
Exactly.
He kind of gets mad at the person for who they are instead of they're just trying to talk to him because of it's Earl Strickland.
Right.
Just moved up to third.
Yeah, Justin Hall moved up to third.
Hey, Alvin, can you please move those out?
Yeah, somebody just informed us that Justin Hall moved up to third in the rankings after his last match.
Right.
Not sure if he's going to stay there because we got all these matches to finish completing.
Right.
But he's in a good spot.
All right, let's see if Earl changes his breaker, if he's going to break from the same spot. If he does, I mean, that is just such a long bridge to be breaking off that short rail.
I think you got to go back to the box break.
No, he's going to do it.
He's going to do it again.
Yeah, he is.
Tony, he's doing the strategy I was saying.
He might.
Because if he does make a ball, he don't mind if the table's hard. As much practice as he does. 7 ball. Oh, hit the point.
Boy, oh boy.
Look, he's not leaving those shots.
No, see, he was willing that 6 ball not to go because he saw what the cue ball was at.
He's getting away
from
some stuff here.
He did, but I'll tell you what, if he could have controlled that 1 ball and the cue ball off this break, that would have been perfect. This would have been a nice rack for him. What do you do here?
Well, he ain't got too much. He just nipped the side of the 1
and send it in between 8 and 5.
Maybe there, or maybe in between 8 and 2.
Or okay,
the natural
8
angle.
and 2. Yeah, you go in between 8 and 2. You're right, and then you go between 10 and 7.
The 1 go back up towards the middle rail.
Right.
You may not be able to get behind anything, so here mainly you're trying to leave the 1 just at the top of the table.
That's what he did. Perfect.
Seems like Larry's getting a little...
Yeah, a little antsy because he just got down on this.
Antsy, just swung at it.
And, yeah, that's going to cost him right there.
Yeah, you can tell he's a little sluggish.
Yeah, he was. He just wasn't happy with...
not getting a shot after the dry break.
Exactly, yeah.
He's going to have to slow spin this to hold for the 2. There it is. See, a little kill. Say missed it. Because
he overthrew the ball with the spin.
When the 2's there, if the 2's down the other end of the table, you can let go of your stroke.
Right.
Well, we'll see if
that was a tough
Larry
shot
takes advantage.
You got to overcut the ball because you're putting so much spin on that.
Yeah, and Earl's not used to those kind of shots. He strokes balls in long table when he's practicing. So those shots probably just makes him a little nervous, which I'm the same way,
Yeah.
But I actually have those shots in my repertoire because I grew up watching Efren and Earl. So I took a little bit of both from each and try to, get it to work and mesh together.
I don't see any problems here.
That was a nice shot.
That was.
It should just pound the cross, a little bit of low right, maybe middle right, depending on how he likes to shoot it.
And a little close to his work, but I think he can make it work. He can play this 4 and then just shoot the 5 in the side.
Yeah, might even go across and shoot it on the other side. That's how much angle he has.
I don't think so. Yeah, I thought that's how he was going to play it. Only because of the 8 ball.
Angle.
Right, and he had so much angle. And now all he has to do is he's got the perfect angle on the 6 to get back on the 7 now after he makes the 5.
Yeah, follow down a little bit.
Yeah, perfect.
So he's got so much big of a stroke, sometimes he actually punches in order to follow, because that's he's used to that.
I see. Okay, yeah.
I kind of get stuck with that too sometimes, because the only thing that's been helping me lately is I play a lot of straight pool, so my touch for follow shots is coming together. But before I started playing straight pool this last like 2 years, I would always punch follow the same way Larry just did.
And he does it like nobody else, though. He really doesn't. I mean, Larry's stroke is just...
He's got the best stroke.
He does.
By far.
Yeah.
There's no question.
It's just phenomenal. And I really, really like watching him play. Remember, we saw him play about 2 or 3 years
Should
ago.
come straight back up here.
Yeah, perfect. Good speed.
We're going to have a tied match at 4 games
Four
all.
games apiece. Perfect. That was a good out.
40 years of cue craftsmanship. A state-of-the-art production facility. Revolutionary design. When you step to the table, unleash the fury. Precision craftsmanship. A player's cue ready for action. A cue with a sweet hit. A consistent hit. See the entire line of Fury cues and unleash your fury.
Back. One of the Inside Pool Mags sponsors Fury Cues.
That's a pretty neat commercial.
That's a great commercial. Yeah, that was a great commercial.
I always like trick shots. They show you a different side of pool.
You got some great trick shots on YouTube.
I do. I mean, I used to do them back in the day. I wish I could get back into it, but it's so much discipline. You got to get the ball set up, stuff like that. And truthfully, I just don't have the time for it.
Right. Here comes this monster break. Just a monster break.
Watch out, cue ball.
Uh-oh.
He escaped the side.
He did. Didn't make a ball.
It's not taking the hard break.
I'm thinking the hard break.
Yeah, we were talking about this earlier too. With 10 ball, it's a medium speed break, and that's what a lot of people don't get. They always try and overbreak it. And
another thing was, like you're saying, with the overbreak,
right,
is the cue ball. It's real hard to control the cue ball if you overbreak.
It is. And the problem with the overbreak is the balls behind the one are going to go up above the side, and you've got to get lucky to make a ball versus knowing exactly what balls are going to go. And that was just a little unfortunate. That was a good shot from where he was at, and he overran it.
But the thing is, I mean, like you said, you got to make sure you make the shot.
Right.
If you overrun it, that's just how the cue ball goes sometimes.
And so,
is Earl getting out a jump cue?
Nuh-uh.
And he's putting on a wristband.
And he's putting on his weights. So he puts those weights on his bridge hand to hold his hand down onto the table sometimes, but it looks like he's got a stroke cue. Well, he changes it up. Sometimes I see him do it on his bridge hand, so he has a real stable bridge hand, and there's other times he puts on a stroke arm, so he gets that much more power behind the stroke. It just depends on how he's feeling that day, and it looks like it's going to be on his stroke hand, so he's going to get a little more power in the stroke.
I'll tell you
I know, it is crazy. And he is Earl, and Johnny Archer says that everything that Earl has, he needs. And he does.
Really?
Yeah. And there's a reason for everything that he has. Here he goes.
So he's just going to try to cinch this, right?
Oh,
close.
He just missed it. Yeah. And I think that's probably one of the first few times I've ever seen Earl jump.
Yeah, me too. That's why I said, wait a minute, is Earl getting out the jump cue?
Exactly.
We're going to have a timeout break here.
It's like
Larry's going to take a break. I guess as we're taking a break, I'd like to thank my sponsors, Akasi Hybrid Cues, Big Daddy's Billiards, which is in Glen Burnie, Maryland. They support me a lot.
Right.
Help me get to traveling. Obviously, they're good people and stuff like that. And of course, I like to thank my family. Just being there, supporting me my whole career. And Granddad for teaching me, getting me into this game.
Right.
Taking me to a certain level, and I just progressed afterwards. I know he's real proud of me. Don't tell me all the time, but he's proud of me. I know he is.
Of course he is.
And I'd like to thank my new clothing sponsor. We got Hard Luck Sportswear. It's Shane and Jennifer. Shane Shoemaker and Jennifer Alexander.
Yeah, and they've sponsored the Inside Pool Streams. One of the last ones at Allen Hopkins Valley Forge 8-ball tournament.
You're right about that.
We're sponsored Inside Pool.
Yep, finished second. I had a pretty good tournament.
We were just
don't play on bar tables too much, but I can. Yeah, I don't prefer it because I grew up on 9-footers, and I like the challenge of a 9-foot table.
Right. But you like the game 8-ball too.
Yeah, 8-ball is a great game.
Yeah.
Because there's different patterns. It's not always.
You're not playing the same redundant, exact same rack. When you got 9-ball in your pattern rack and you're playing the exact same break over and over and over.
8-ball gets creative.
Exactly.
And that's what I like about it. So I had a good tournament. It's a little disappointing I lost the last match because I fought back.
You did. You fought back great.
I was down, I believe, 6-3. Raced to 7 or 8. I think it was 7.
Yeah.
And got it back to Hill. Just a couple things. Table was layout.
And if anybody wants to watch that,
shoot the right shots,
it's on Inside Pool Mag's YouTube page as well. That finals there at the Valley Forge 8-ball.
Yeah, a lot of good matches.
It was a great
on the
match.
page.
Yeah.
Anything you want. You like favorite players? I'm sure you can go in there and search, and they'll be there.
Yeah, they are. You got a lot of matches up there. I just watched the one. I paid 99 cents to watch the one with you and Stevie Moore at one of the last Seminole Pro Tours
last year, maybe.
Yeah,
right?
It was in at Rax. That was a good match.
That was a good match. We can't tell you what happened, but
yeah. We're not going to tell you what happened. You pay the 99 cents and you go and watch it.
It's going to be worth it. It's very
worth it.
close match. That's all we can say.
And that's what I told Alvin and JR the other day too. I watched like 3 or 4 matches on there, and it's worth the 99 cents.
Oh, of course.
I mean, if you're going to pay 99 cents for an MP3 on iTunes, it's worth the 99 cents. You get to watch it for 24 hours.
Oh, okay.
So you get 24 hours when you pay it.
Within those 24 hours?
Within those 24 hours. And it's so great. It's so worth it. You know, for any of the pool fans that are out there.
We're going to have Larry try a strike shot left-handed?
No way.
He ain't this good, is he?
He might be.
A little short with the left hand.
A little short, yeah.
He's the truth with the right hand.
He is the truth with the right hand. Maybe he should add that to his tagline. The truth with the right hand.
Well, I tell you what, shooting left-handed is tough.
I can't do it. I can't.
It's impossible.
I'll use a bridge or I'll use an extension. I'll do whatever else I can do, but I just won't shoot left-handed.
The best person I've ever seen in history to execute that is, the magician, of course.
Yeah, Efren. I think he's ambidextrous.
He could be.
He could be.
Usually you see it from left-handed players, that can switch to be
right-handed.
right-handed.
Right.
But you don't see it too much when you're right-handed dominant.
Because you're so right-hand dominant. Because you're the side of your brain that it takes to play this game is all on the right.
Of course.
So.
Well, Larry played a good.
He did play a good save here.
Safety there. Did he use the bridge? I wasn't sure.
He did use the bridge. He did use the bridge. And I think I don't know what Earl's going to do on this.
I can't tell if he can get through.
I don't think he can get in between though. Yeah, no, he can't.
Between the 5-4? No.
No, there's no way.
He's going to have to go 2 rails behind it.
That's exactly what he's going to have to do. And miss the 7, or he can go the other way.
Yeah, you want to go the other way.
Yeah.
He's mainly just. He looks
he
like
wants
he's going
to make full
one rail.
contact with it too, so the 3 ball goes
I
up
kind of like this. If he hits the top of it, that's his good shot. But the 3 hit the 9.
It sold out. Yeah, that's why I like going 2 rails at it. You hit the 3 ball real full. It misses the 4 ball, goes up table near the 8, and you keep the cue ball behind the 8. I think that was the better shot because he just might have sold out the rack here.
He could have. Larry, that's a small angle. You can either try to pinch hold this, right for the 4 in that corner, or you can just hit it harder, stun over underneath the 10.
You could do that.
Either hold it on the rail, shoot the 4 in the opposite corner.
That's what he'll probably do. I think that's a shot because he likes to let his stroke out.
Right.
He doesn't want to chance any position on this shot. Let's see what he's going to do here. Yeah,
there he did. That's
exactly what he did. Because he didn't want to take a chance on bumping that 5 or getting a weird angle. Now here he's just probably going to stop the cue ball.
What are we looking at here, Andrews?
Gotcha. That's fine. Yeah. Oh, is he gonna go forward with this? No. Okay. He did. I didn't like that shot. I would have rather have just stopped that and shot the 5 ball in the top right-hand corner as we see the camera view now. But it's all about preference. You could play it either way. Oh, what
happened here?
Yeah, he did jump. He jumped up on that shot.
He's getting away with it. Earl's about to explode right now. Look at him.
In true Earl fashion.
Look at him. He's over in the audience talking to him. I know he is.
Of course he's in the audience.
Here he is.
You can see his face is red.
Uh-oh, he's sanding down his shaft, going for another jump. He's heated. Look at him. He dropped it and everything.
Yeah. But you know what?
It's unfortunate, you know.
It is, but
it's
you know
a terrible
that's
feeling.
cool. That's cool. But see, this is the reason why I say to people all the time that I love playing call shot, call safe for this exact reason. So when this
You can give it
happens,
back?
you can give it back. And I'm
True.
giving this back to anybody in the world.
Not that Larry Nevel.
I'll give it back to Larry Nevel. Because you don't, I mean, with
Well,
a jump,
actually,
it's,
this is hard because the cue ball's in the middle of the table.
exactly.
Jump shot.
That's why I'm saying I would definitely be giving this ball back. But you can't. You know, we're playing Texas Express rules.
He ain't jumping. He got his long cue back out.
No,
I'm pretty sure he got his long cue back.
Is he going to kick at this short rail?
Nah, he can nip the side of it. He's probably going to try to
Can
play
he?
his safety.
Okay, he's queuing up, so
Send
he
the cue,
can.
five ball back rail. Send the cue ball back down here.
All right, that was the shot.
No.
I think he's
He
good.
left the shot. He can cut it in.
Oh, he can cut it in. Yeah, he can. He can.
The only thing
I
is,
thought he had him behind the 9.
see, with these kind of shots, you really can't put no English on the ball because it's not going to take anyways because you're hitting the 5 so thin.
Because you're hitting the 5 so thin, right?
You're going to hit the rail so quick, the English can't have time to take. So this is like a speed control. A little bit of high, maybe try to bump the 9 if the angle allows him to. There it is.
Oh,
see,
yeah,
but
and he bumped the 9.
look
you
at
know what?
this.
He got away with
Earl's-
it again. Earl is going to
I don't wanna
probably
say how
throw
bad
that
he's gonna
spear.
Wow, that's really fortunate to leave the
That
ball
really,
like that.
really was.
I hear Earl
He's
probably going
just
to try to
gonna-
kick behind it.
That's what he's going
If
to do.
he kicks soft, he can leave the cue ball right
Right
behind
behind the
the
8, yeah. I like that shot.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, he kicked
he
hard
kicked it
in
to
order
rail.
not to leave a shot on the
exactly.
5.
That was a great speed.
So I got
too,
to remember
because-
that because if I kick it soft, I can sell out. But kicking it that way, at least you make it hard.
Because you're controlling it. You're going to play. You know it's going to go 2 rails, and get down to the short rail, and that's where he wanted it.
He should just bank this back up middle rail.
No, he's playing safe here. He's ducking.
I think he got away with that
That
again.
was he played that shot.
He played to hit the 5 into the 7, you think?
Yeah, oh yeah, I guarantee you he did. He played to hit the 5 into the 7 because he knew he was going to control the cue ball behind the 9 ball. He played that shot. I'd almost bet anything on it. He played that shot and he executed exactly how he wanted to.
Right.
And he might have played that shot too to steam Earl up, thinking that he got lucky again, when in fact he actually played that shot the way that he meant to.
All right, looks like he's going to go
He's just going to
either
kick
one
that.
rail into it, maybe
I think
2
he's going
rails
to kick 2 rails
behind
into it behind it. Yeah.
Like you said, leave distance.
Leave distance.
The only thing here is actually his natural angle for 2 rails is where the side pocket is. So he's got to go below and hit a little bit harder. See how he hit it a
Which
little
he
bit
did.
harder?
Yeah. No.
Or is it going to land? I think he's going to leave a combo. Tough combo, but
Tough
it's
combo, yeah. I'd
gotta
rather
shoot
leave
it.
somebody a tough combo than sell out the rack.
It's got a pretty simple safety here, actually. You just hit the 5 straight back down. Cue ball is going to follow 2 rails and up behind 8. Just natural. Let it go.
And that's what he did.
2 rails and up behind 8. And the jump
wonder-
cue will be coming out this time.
Can he see?
Nope.
Yeah,
can't
no,
see
he
it.
can't.
You got to jump this in.
Right.
I know he don't like the jump. He's thinking that right now.
You know what? But he can jump this full cue because he's only got a half a ball he's got to jump. Because if we go back to that first shot here, see, he's only got. That's not a
but
great angle, but I don't.
It's kind of close to 8. No, it's kind of hard with a jump.
He
full cue.
is. Okay, no. So he's going to the jump cue here.
See if Earl can get one to go down.
Oh, threw it
man.
off the table, and he is not happy with that.
I'll tell you what, jumping's a art form. It's very
It
hard to
is.
execute jump shots.
With that jump shot, I think he might have had to jump just a little bit of the 9 too. So his landing zone for the 9 or for the jump was past the 9, and that.
It could have been. I'm not sure.
Well, then he's jumped it twice because then the ball is still in the air when it comes to contact with a 5, which is what threw the 5 ball into the air.
Could be.
No problems here.
Well, it ended up being a safety battle slash couple lucky rolls this game.
It was a couple lucky rolls. Both of them actually got lucky twice.
Yeah.
And looks like Larry ended up on top with that.
He's gonna have to just pinch draw this.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Watch
because
out for the side. It should be
you
okay
gotta watch
though.
out for
You
the
land
side
on
and
the
bumping into
short
that.
rail in between the side and the 8-10.
See, that's a scary shot for me. Obviously not for him because I don't like bumping into that ball.
Right.
I'll bump into that ball and scratch on the side. That's how I roll.
I probably would too.
Of course.
You know, if I'm trying it.
Yeah.
I would have just tried to pinch draw it. I might have left myself off the rail a little bit, but the same cut. I would have had the same cut he had.
Right. Well, the score is 5-4.
Well, I'm going to make a big prediction here. I got a feeling.
Larry, go ahead.
I got a big feeling.
This is the last game.
Larry's going to break dry again because he's going to overhit the balls.
Yep.
Leave Earl straight in on a 1.
Dead on the 1 with an easy
He's
table.
going to free roll straight out, and we're going to have a 5-5 tie.
Uh-oh.
Because you know, if Earl gets a shot straight in on a 1 after sitting in the chair after that last rack,
Exactly. It's all done with.
it's going to be like practice.
Because it motivates him.
It's going to be practice.
Yeah.
Watch.
This is going to be good. If I'll tell you right now,
guarantee
where Larry's breaking from, if he slows his break down just a little bit, he's gonna, and actually he switched. He was breaking from the other side of the table. Let's see if
Still
he
gonna
slows
power
it
it,
down.
though, 'cause that's just his
but he doesn't
normal
need
break.
to. Yeah, and he did.
Yeah, see?
And
Oh, he
the
made
9
the
ball
9
went.
though. And tough shot here.
Oh, really tough. I mean,
He's definitely capable because he has the stroke for it.
he has the stroke. The stroke for playing this
shot
in
here
the
is
bottom left and
Right.
going one rail off the short rail back up.
drawing it.
Oh, you're gonna draw it.
I think you draw it.
Yeah.
He can,
I guess he's not
with
too
the
jacked
angle,
up
you
over
try
the
to
2.
throw it a little bit. You can draw it above the side.
And then position in between the 4
Draw
and 3.
it near the 7-6 to get on the 2.
I think he's gonna follow this ball.
Nah, I don't think so.
I think so.
I think you draw this. Oh, you went to the opposite pocket. No
Oh,
way you shoot it
wow.
to that pocket.
Wow. Oh no,
Oh, my
don't give him
Lord.
a roll. Oh Lord, we're gonna see Earl just absolutely erupt.
It's just how the game goes sometimes.
It is.
It's really hard to watch this kind of stuff because
See, I don't like playing that shot that way.
I don't understand why he played it that way.
Maybe he thought he had a. Well, look where he got. Okay, he missed the
He
ball
did get
by
on
about
the
a half a
2.
top,
I
by a
guess
half
he
a
was doing
diamond. but
guaranteed position.
That's what
maybe.
he was doing. He was going for the guaranteed position versus, taking a chance. I liked my shot. I like playing it down and then going up between the 4 and then getting on the short side of the 2 ball.
You could have, yeah, but you
Yeah,
had
that's
extreme
what I
follow
would
on
have done.
it.
Extreme follow, yeah. And for Larry with his stroke, that's the shot I thought he was going to take.
Right. Earl's going to kick one
Oh,
rail,
wow.
hit the bottom rail in between the 5 and 10. A little bit of left-hand spin to hit the 1.
Yeah.
Too much left.
Too much left, yep. And actually, I think if he's going to play that shot that way, he needs to hit a little harder, too, so that left doesn't catch.
Yeah, well, he's sick to his stomach. It's the 3rd time. The last 3 misses Larry's had, Earl hasn't had a shot.
Right.
That kind of stuff gets old.
It does. But you know
we
what?
don't mind
If you
it happen
fade
every other game.
if you can fade the rolls,
Oh, yeah.
how
if he
good
can
would
kick,
it be?
If he can kick, hit that ball and leave him safety,
Right.
it's a huge advantage.
Absolutely.
But sometimes, like I said, it just don't work out that way.
See, I liked getting there on my 2 ball versus getting the other direction.
Right.
And I think he got a little straighter than I would have liked to be on this anyways.
Nah, he's okay. You
I
should
want a
just
little
roll
more.
it in.
Well, yeah, of course he will, but
Follow off the rail a little bit. That works. Just follow.
yeah, that works because now he's just going to follow it and he's going to play the 4 in the opposite corner.
Yeah, just try to
where
land
it's
right around
standing,
middle table.
mid-table, yeah. 'Cause then he's got an easy shot from the 4 to the 5.
There it is.
He's got to slow down. He doesn't want to get straight on that. Well, actually, it's Larry Nevel. He can get straight on that and draw
Straight would
back.
have been good. He's going to pound this across. Or he might slow spin it, depending on what the angle is. I tried to pound
God.
it. See, these pockets are a little tight. So at
would have
that
never
speed,
guessed
if you
that.
catch the facing, it kind of rattles out.
Right.
If you don't hit it pure.
Unbelievable. See, I wouldn't have played
Earl
it that
staring
way.
somebody down. He's saying the same thing. This guy's, I guarantee I know what he's saying.
What's he saying?
This guy's missed 4 times, and I ain't been in straight in yet.
Can you say it with the Earl accent?
I haven't studied him that much, but
We know Joe Rogan can.
Joe Rogan, that is a funny skit, ain't it?
That is a great video.
I'll tell you what, he's jacking up.
He's
going
gonna,
for it.
Yeah, he's going to go for it.
Safety.
Oh, no, he's not.
That's a good shot.
That is
He's
a
got 3
great
balls
shot.
to
He's
get
got 3 balls. He got a
behind.
huge wall. He's got the wall of China right there blocking that 4 ball.
Unfortunately,
I mean, he could play. This is
he's going to
is
jump
easy
this.
enough. Oh, see, I
Massey
played
it?
this one rail. I wouldn't Massey this. See, I would have played that one rail. I think he could have done it without having
He's
to
going to get him
Massey.
safe again.
Oh, God, if he get him safe right there again, I am telling you.
This ain't easy, though.
No, it's not.
And you know what makes this shot even tougher? You haven't had an easy shot in
Right,
3
he
games.
hasn't. Yeah, exactly.
But he drilled it.
Oh, he did. How good did he hit it? How good did he just hit it?
Look at him. He's talking to the audience.
He is.
He's going, that's all he's got to do is leave me those shots. I'll make them.
He's made that shot probably 50,000 times in his life. Can't leave him that
He
shot.
made it 50,000 times last week. All right, here we go. We're just going to follow 2 rails. Middle table. Not too much.
Oh, no.
You got to get a lucky bump.
Oh.
Oh, wow. Can he still make it?
I don't know. I don't know if he can get...
Yeah.
Yeah, he can. Not a problem.
You should just pitch draw this. You could shoot to 7 in the side. Oh, you could use inside. My fault.
Yeah. I liked using the inside on that.
I didn't know he had that much angle.
Because even if he bumped it, he would have been all right. Going 2 rails.
Don't be...
Perfect. And guess what? We're going to end up with a 5-5 match.
Hey, I didn't call it right, did I?
You did call it. Wait, you
I didn't
called
call
the
it
score.
right on the dry break.
Yeah, you did.
But I did say Earl would get a shot.
he did. And there it goes.
There
Earl
we
Strickland, Larry Nevel, 5-5.
Well, that's the conclusion to this round for us, guys. I think
It is. I think we're going to go to
this
the
is the
final
end. We're going to
quarter.
have the final draw
Final
to
draw.
determine our final 4 players. I believe. After
I
this
think that's
round.
exactly how they're going to go.
I hope you guys enjoyed the match. I know I did.
I did.
I want to thank Inside Pool Mag for inviting us into the booth. And
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks,
Buddy
JR.
Mike Andrews
Alvin.
for joining me.
Well, thanks for sitting in the booth with me.
Of course.
It's been a while since we've done this.
Yeah.
I think last time we did it was at
Parsippany,
Parsippany, the Comment. Yep. Last time we were in the booth together.
Right? All right. We'll
All
be
right,
back
folks.
with you guys in a little while.
Thanks.